Hello and welcome to the Crochet Business School podcast. I'm Kelly Thomas, and let's dive into what happens when you feel like you've hit a brick wall in your crochet business selling what you make. So, this is quite a common problem for crochet businesses. When you sell what you make, you feel like you suddenly hit a brick. It feels like you've got all the pieces together that everyone tells you that you should have. You're posting on social media regularly. You improved your photos and got them looking so they look just as good as everyone else's. You're showing up consistently. You've got a newsletter going. And yet, despite all these pieces being in place, something isn't working. Something isn't quite right. You're getting sales, but not enough sales. Yet, you already have enough sales that you feel like you have no time, but you don't have the money to show for it. It's this really weird, disjointed place where it feels like everything is working kind of, but not enough for you to say that, yes, I'm a success, it is working. And everything just seems to stop at that. It happened for me, it happens for lots of people. And you just don't know why. Why isn't anything seems to go differently? Nothing changes. It's frustrating, it's exhausting, and you end up spending loads of time Googling for this answer. There must be a missing piece of the puzzle somewhere. There must be something that you're missing. But when you do the searches for how to get a crochet business working, how to successfully sell your crochet, you either get the generic advice that you've already done: post consistently, use videos, use newsletters, you've done all that. And then the other stuff you get is this clickbait rubbish of earn 10K a month from my exclusive Instagram strategy. It's clickbait, it's rubbish, it ain't gonna work. For most. You're stuck in the middle. Your crochet business does not fit any of the advice you're finding because you've either already done it or it seems made for a completely different type of maker. It's not for you. It's not for where you are right now. It's not meant for crochet. What do you do? What happens? You're convinced there's missing pieces somewhere. I was the same for a long time, months. I was convinced I could Google my way out of this trap that I felt I was in. It's like, I'm getting sales, but I'm tired. I need more sales, but I've got no time. It's a weird place to be. And the answer's got to be out there. The answer is somewhere, but it is not on Google. The answer you will not be able to find in a Google search. Because the truth is, you don't know what the question is. The thing about Google is that you have to be able to articulate the question, be able to type it into words in order to find an answer. But if you don't truly know what the question is, you're not going to find that answer because the answer isn't on Google at all. The answer is in you. And it means being honest about what that missing piece is. That missing piece, it's not a piece of information. It's not a marketing trick. It's not a promotion hack. The truth is what's sitting inside you, because it means being honest. Why isn't your crochet business working? You have the answers in front of you. It's all there in black and white if you choose to look and if you choose to see what's in front of you. Because the thing is, you are now in a place where you cannot fix the problem unless you are honest about what the problem is. Look at your sales. How many sales are you making right now? And how much profit are those sales bringing in? you need to put it down on paper in black and white. Actually write these numbers down. And the only way to face up to the reality of what's going on is to do this exercise. So I would really encourage you to go get a piece of paper and write this down properly. Over the last month, how many sales of your crochet have you made? How much profit did you make from each sale? Not how much you made from each sale, not the sale price, actual profit. What was that number after you take away the cost of your yarn, the cost of the packaging that you used to send it out, of anything else that you needed to make it? How much profit was left after you made that sale? Then write down how many hours you actually worked. If you don't keep track of this, it's going to be a rough answer, but roughly how many hours a day do you spend on your crochet business? Write that number down. Now here's the kicker. Divide the profit number by the number of hours that you worked, and that gives you your salary per hour. That's how much you earned per hour that you were working. When you get that number, the chances are you're going to be horrified. But here's the thing. This is what's giving you this frustrating, stuck feeling. You cannot take on any more orders if you don't have the time. You cannot create time because you just don't have it. Time only feels worth spending if you're making enough profit to make it worthwhile. But if you're paying yourself a pittance that you wouldn't accept if you were going for a 9-to-5 job, look at the number if that's in front of you. And if someone says, come and work in my restaurant, this is what I'm going to pay you every hour, you go, no chance. Absolutely no chance. I'm worth more than that. I will find a job that pays more. And yet, when it's your crochet business, you accept it. You tell yourself that this is the dream. If I just work hard enough, if I just make a few more sales, it'll be worth it. But that profit number will never change. You either have to increase your prices astronomically, or you have to find more time from somewhere. And let's face it, right now you're exhausted. You're running yourself into the ground between trying to get your crochet business to work, running around after your family, and maybe even having a day job as well. You have no time left to give. Making more sales means crocheting more. You don't have that time. Upping your prices could work, but are you being honest about how much profits you actually need to make this worth it? How are you going to do that? It can be done, but it's difficult. It is really difficult, and you will be in a place that you are not in now. A solution to this does exist. It genuinely does. But you're not going to find the answer on Google. You're not going to find the answer through just raising your prices and hoping it's enough. Raising your prices does not solve the time problem. The answer is something that you haven't thought of yet. And it's not that you don't know what the options are. It's just that you have never thought that they apply to you. It's something you've just never considered, because why would you? The solution is something that is going to be scary as hell, but is also going to lift that weight that is currently hanging around your shoulders from having this exhausted, frustrating place that you're in. It's going to be a relief when it comes. Because once you're in this place, you either give up or you change direction. Now, nobody wants to give up the stream, and you don't have to. Your crochet can still earn you a living. You can still make a career out of it. It can still bring you the money you need and work in the time that you have available. That is absolutely possible. It does mean, one, you've got to be honest with yourself about where you are now and why it's not working. And two, you've got to be prepared to make some changes. Open your mind and accept some things that may be a bit on the uncomfortable side. Big changes are needed, but there is a way out. So next week, I'm going to tell you more about kind of my moment, what I did when I got to this place, how I got out of it, the process that it took. And this process does not take a small amount of time. It took me months to kind of realize the truth of it. And it took a uncollected parcel to really drive it home about the reality of this whole thing. I'm going to tell you more about that next week. But before that episode, do that exercise. Sit down and actually take a look at your numbers and be honest with them. Don't inflate them. Don't try to justify, well, I didn't really spend a whole hour working on it on Tuesday, and I didn't really spend a full 3 hours on it on Thursday, so don't do that. Don't do that. If you have to justify things like that, then you're trying to rig the numbers. And you're trying to justify why they look so bad. You need absolute honesty for this exercise, because the truth is the only thing that's going to move you forward. Right now, you're stuck. We need to get you unstuck. And that starts with yourself and being very honest about where things are right now, what the truth is about your crochet business and the time it's taking and the profits that you're really bringing in. Write it down. It might be an uncomfortable truth, but the truth is required. So I'll be back next week with the next episode, and I'm going to tell you my story, because when you're stuck in the moment, it feels like there's no way out. But if you just keep going, it will solve itself. It will not solve itself. It needs you to take the reins and make a decision. So I'll be back next week with that. So thank you for listening. Do that exercise, write everything down on paper, and I shall see you next week. Bye for now.